Holy buckets, it is hot outside. Can I? Probably can't say that, can I? It's really hot outside. Stand by. Hey everybody, welcome back to RATTLECAN Fab Shop. I am James, and on this episode of Things I Learned This Week at School and Interpersonal Communications, we're talking about non-verbal communications, the things that your body screams when your mouth isn't actually moving. And one of the things that we were doing is we were watching episodes of The Big Bang Theory. If you ever want to play along, you can find those clips on YouTube. Turn the volume all the way down, and you can tell some interesting things just by looking at body language. In PC apps for engineering, good news is I found out from my instructor that I have done everything required and I have passed the course. So that is now out of my life, and I've now got a little bit of extra time so that I can concentrate on some other subjects. The aforementioned interpersonal communication course, I have a paper that I have to write this upcoming week, so I'm going to go ahead and pre-read ahead into listening and see if we can't get a head start on that. So in machining class, I'm finally finished with my 1, 2, 3 blocks. I was able to get the last two sides done, and as you can see, we had to use a kind of a blocking technique just because you're spinning that wheel over it. You don't really want to be pushing stuff off and metal flying all over the shop and just chaos and pandemonium, and apparently that's frowned upon in today's shop environment. And then I came in on open lab day, and I actually just ground my chamfers down. So that way, when you rotate that block around, the chamfers are all even. Because the first time I tried to do it, it was they were inconsistent because I was doing them by hand, and I just don't have enough experience doing that to get them to be super good just by doing them by hand. So I was able to use this magnetic, like an angle block, and get this 45 degree dialed in, and got all of that done. So now those are ready to go in for grading, and we're just waiting on the bench blocks to come back, hopefully this week, from heat treat, so we can get that finished off. Now, you may have seen me talk about this grinding block that I was given by a buddy of mine, and in Open Lab, we have the most amazing machine, and it's called a FlexArm. And the FlexArm is a pneumatically driven tool. It runs on compressed air, and it has an articulated arm. This arm is attached to the corner of the bench. Then you also have a vise attached to the corner of the bench, and those things are coplanar. They're in the same plane. So vertical for one is vertical for the other. They're not cattywampus. They're not kind of twisted. So when you move this tool up and down, it will, no matter where you place that on the table, it's going to go in straight up and down. And that can be very, very, very handy in case you have 96 holes that you need to ream out by 5 thou, which is exactly what I needed done. So the interesting thing about this is you have a lever that you hold down, and that will spin your tap clockwise. Then there is a clutch, and that clutch will slip when you have reached a preset torque amount. So that way you are not going to snap that tap off, hopefully. And then there's another button that you will hit with your thumb, which will automatically reverse that, and then you can pull your tap out. This is that tap in action. So here it is going down into the workpiece, and then that clutch will slip, and then you will see that the tap will stop moving. And that's when it has clutched out. I don't know what the technical term for it is, but then you hit that thumb button, and then you can reverse that out of there, and you can see that with the speed of this, you can get a lot of work done in a little bit of time. And I found this to be exceedingly helpful in getting this done. Now I've got to acquire an oversized 1032 tap because we don't have one, and this is a personal project, so I got no problem buying my own tooling for stuff like that. So we will do that, and then probably maybe next week we'll get in there and we will tap the other side of that, and then we'll send that off to heat treat. I know a guy who will heat treat it for me. And then just in kind of the tangentially related work that we were doing, I had a little bit of time. I'm continuing to refine this process of trying to fit this shelf into this fuel tank for friend of the channel, Jay. And so I worked with some oversized pieces, and then I'm working on trimming that down, and then also working on the welding process for getting that 90-degree joint done, and a curved joint done in a couple of different areas. And we're doing some test pieces, and you can see my welds look like dog meat because I couldn't figure out what was going on. I ran out of gas, so I got to go get another tank so that I can finish that up. But anyways, and in math class we're now doing stuff that for me it seems to be a little bit easier. We are doing like geometric stuff. We're talking about degrees, minutes, and seconds, and converting from one to the other, and stuff like that. So I have a feeling we're going to get more into maybe geometry type of stuff. Anyways, that's what's going on this week. The only other real exciting thing is I got a baby possum that for some reason likes to sneak into my live traps and eat all the peanut butter off of it, and then in the morning it means I have a possum in a live trap that I got to let go. We like possums because they eat ticks, so we will leave Perry the possum to do his thing another day. Anyways, that's what's going on. Hope you guys have a great week. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section beneath the sermon notes, and you guys have a great day. Remember, if I can do it, you can do it, because I'm nobody special. I'm just a guy. If I'm just a guy that can do it, I know you can do it. Have a good one. Cheers. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Here's one that you might enjoy as well. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that button, hit the bell next to it so that you get a notification when we drop a new video. If you got comments, put them down beneath the sermon notes. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.